Okay, so let's lead this message and I'll respond. Good afternoon, sir. I'm an ardent fan of yours and a lover of the Lion brand. Please, sir, a quick inquiry. My first car, a Peugeot 206, gave me the satisfaction of owning a car. I think I need this for now. My first car, a Peugeot 206, gave me the satisfaction of owning um, a car. But shortly after I started developing issues, so I sold it off and bought a Honda Accord sixth generation. Truth be told, I have never felt truly satisfied. I spoke to someone who asked me to bring it in for a trade-in for a Peugeot 406. My fear, however, is that the popular opinion shows that a Peugeot 406 over 180,000 miles is a bad idea. Thank you for all you do. Thanks. Anani F. It is automatic. It is an automatic. So, let me respond. Starting with, you said you previously owned the Peugeot 406, the Peugeot 206, until it started giving you issues. See, the problem with people is this idea of I own this car, then suddenly it started giving me issues. There are cars that you shouldn't even be mentioning for this kind of things. The Peugeot car, you could say, the car as it was aging started to give me problems. I could get that, but 206, I know 206 has suspension issues, especially the rear cross member. Yeah, but when they fail, you replace them. They are still available. So what issues are you going to tell me? So my point is you obviously kill the car. Don't say 406 started giving you issues. Me, I like being that. There's no need for me to sugarcoat words. You kill the vehicle, so it's not 206 fault. Like I said, there are Peugeot cars. I'm not right now interested in mentioning those models. There are Peugeot cars you could say as they were aging, they started giving their owners issues. I would be like, okay, yeah, well, it makes sense. As a technician that knows some of these issues most of these project cars bring uh, in their old age, which not everybody will be comfortable to deal with. But 206, so if you own the car, it was not giving you problem, and suddenly it started giving you, so you abuse the vehicle. Or probably your maintenance culture was poor on the car. It started giving you problems. I mean, come on, what kind of problem can 206 give? Is it the engine? If you use the recommended oil and you didn't abuse the cooling system, engine cooling system, you are changing timing belt and auxiliary belts, the complete kit or any of the components that those belts work with, you are replacing them when weak or when due. Why would they give you problem mechanically? The rear cross member is the one I know. It doesn't matter. It's just a question of time. They will fail. Bad road will increase or fasten the failure bets. Like I said, they are available. Used ones, good ones. I've never had anybody to complain that he hate 206 because he has changed the rear cross member like 2 times during the ownership or thereabout. I have an issue with that. I don't like the 206 because of that problem. But it doesn't mean if I actually want a 206, I will not buy it because of that problem. It's just something generally, I just don't like 206 because of that. Or one of the reasons why I don't like it. Or I chose not to have interest in the vehicle. But it doesn't mean, like I said, it's a big issue that will discourage one from owning one, or even if not necessarily discourage, as in become a big deal during your ownership. So if that is the only thing that fails, that is not within your control, then it shouldn't be a problem. If it was a problem to you at the end, then there was no need for you to have owned a 206. So what else? Electrical. I mean, 206 is almost like 406 electrical. So if your electrical start giving you headache or nightmares, then you did it. You caused it yourself. Either you bought a messed up electrically abused one, or you abuse it when you purchase it. So I like to be direct. There's no point trying to sugarcoat to us, you know, that the car started giving you problem. And honestly, look at it. Even when you say you bought a Honda, um, you were not satisfied. I was giving, you are not specific what happened. Whether it was also giving you headache, or maybe it wasn't giving you headache, but you didn't enjoy the drive, or you know, it just not your the car was not intended to you. So I don't know, not here to do that. And but leave that aside. But the reason why I'm there, this is the most important thing. If you don't fix this problem, you end up the same issue with the phones. That's why I'm focusing, or I had to elaborate and talk about this first point: your maintenance culture, or your attitude towards buying cars. Because if I look at the things, it's as if all you care about is, oh, it's 206 or it's 406, you just go and buy. As if there are cars that are not messed up, the previous owner did that messed up, and you assume that because it's 406, someone's supposed to give you problem. Because it's 206, it's not supposed to be, even if it's Honda, it's not supposed to give you problem. So let me put it in a different word. All phones, Nigerian use 406 are the same, in the same conditions, all of them. So if you are buying any 406, it's expected that you shouldn't have any problem, or you shouldn't. There are some that are not. We are that that was some, all of them. Irrespective of how you maintain them, they will all be same in the same condition. Because what I was expecting on this second one is, what is the condition of the car the person is saying to trade in with, to bring your Honda Accord and trade in with the 406. What's the condition of the 406? Because I'm surprised that you didn't even go there. Your concern is, if I buy this 406, I hope you not give me problem. Because that's generally the whole summary of this second part of your question. I hope you not give me problem, because the people are saying, once 406 is 380,000 kilometers, it become a headache, becomes a bad buy. I mean, look at what's what's the mileage of my 406 VC? VC, so for that matter, with complex system compared to the four cylinders. What's the mileage? Do you know mileage of most 406, both VCs, four cylinder, or people I know that have used the vehicle and the vehicles are still running, no major issues? You know the mileage they've done. So it has not. So as for this, I understand that it's a concern, like you say, it's a fear. So, like I said, everybody is an expert now online, so they will say all kind of quack. Even those who have never touched a 406 key in their hands. For some reasons now they have say on 406. Even those who probably know nothing, all they did is they read the same crap other people say. Even offline, you hear people saying some bad things about 406 and the rest. Probably because they knew somebody that messed up his own and the car dealt with him or her. So they assume it wasn't the car's fault, it must be the owner's fault. So any other person they see that ever mention 406, they will tell them the same thing. I remember one time, it was actually a client. We are going together to go and check one 406. He wanted to buy a 407, Tukumbo 407, if I'm not mistaken. On our way to go and buy it, he now mentioned, I think that day we were driving my 607. I actually drove, so I was in my car, either my 406 or my 607. He now said, for still, this 607 is the worst car. He will never recommend the car to his enemy. as the worst car ever produced in the world, not just by Peugeot. I was like, how did you come to that? In fact, you know what happened? As he said that, I just didn't even bother to ask him, how did you come to that conclusion? That, but I just let you just saying, I mean, this car, if you go online, it had so many bad reviews. I mean, you know, no, most majority of people are, they don't like the car. They say it has so many problems. So it's what? So that was what he based his perspective on 607 on. Never used the vehicle. Even me, not all cars that I've used that I have some understanding of. Even non-Peugeot car, that, forget that I'm a Peugeot expert, especially some brand, I understand their system. There are other brands of cars too that, I mean, it's not like I don't have family members or friends or people around me. There are people in my life that drive other cars that I also drive and sometimes work on, even though with my limited knowledge of that, at least I have some basic understanding on those systems. I don't need to be a Mercedes specialist to own a Mercedes as a technician. I can be able to work on it. And from there, gain knowledge and become most likely an expert as well on the brand. Once you're a technician, you have that general, you have some general knowledge on almost all car systems. So bringing it back to this, for people to be listening to everybody's opinion when it comes to cars. Look, I mean, once you see 180,000 kilometers, it becomes a bad bag. Like I said, I don't know how else to. There's a client that I bought a 307. 307, no, 307 is even more complex than 406. I bought this car for this car. I didn't use 307 with a 285 JP4. I think it was around 400,000 kilometers, or over 400, I can't remember. The car is still running, same engine. It should be 3, 4 years now, if not, if I'm not. Been traveling with the car used for 5W40 oil, the tiniest oil recommended for the engine. Just normal wear and tear, accessories. I mean, I'm talking about cars that even has more electrical, that are even supposed to give more headache than the indestructible forces. That's especially for the well-maintained ones. So So keep those stupid opinions you hear from people aside. They will not help you. You know. So the idea that is a bad buy over 180,000. Go and check. There are people that own their own over 700,000 kilometers or even a million kilometers. Same engine, same transmission, same ECUs, same fuses. Like I said, what's the mileage of my own? Has any fuse got? What have I replaced on that car? I'm just responding to people who are giving you, or people who are actually, relying on these stupid opinions people have online concerning cars they know nothing about. Like I said, I don't have to be, how do I put it? I don't need to own a 508 to know about 508. That's the simplest way to tell you. So yeah, I can tell you, okay, based on knowledge I've gathered working on these cars, reading and studying the system on 508, yeah, I can tell you certain things. Likewise, cars that are not even Peugeot, I don't even need to drive the vehicle. All I need is to go and study the systems, probably talk to the experts, then look at some of the issues some people had and how it was resolved. Is it a common problem? How many people have this problem? Look at the solutions that we have given and how it was resolved. Whether it's something that takes more consume a lot of money before those issues were caused. From there I could tell, okay, this car, it doesn't make sense to buy, considering that this is a constant issue of this brand or this particular model. So if you are buying this, can you afford to be fixing this issue as it keep coming up? And even when some of those issues is from what the experts will be saying, I'm like, okay, there is a way you can handle it or give it permanent fix, which means if you can buy it and do that, and that issue goes away. Talk to people that understand that will give you a right answer, not a beer parlor opinion. If you see somebody you don't need to be an expert to give an advice. But you see, if you want a particular car, and then you have somebody that drives that car and enjoy the vehicle, you can tell when somebody is enjoying that car. You don't need to live with the person. See the person, the way he takes care of the car, he has never complained about the vehicle, you can tell that this person is enjoying the car. Why don't you go and ask that person? Because obviously the person is successful in owning the vehicle compared to the people who failed in their ownership of that car. So why not find out from the successful one what's the secret? How are you been able to use this vehicle and no problem with the vehicle, or you don't have any issue with the car, or it appears at least you don't have any issue with the car? Let him tell you whatever he's doing, and then you weigh your options to know whether it's something you are willing to do, you can live with. If the person is going extra mile to keep the car in a condition that you could enjoy, if you are not ready to go there, rather than going on and asking for people who, I know I'm wasting time on this thing, just as I'm tired. So most times people just, anyway, but at least I want you and others to learn from this. That's why I'm going to very far, because it's not just you that have this. I understand your concern. You know, just stop going publicly and start seeking, because, like I said, it's social media now. People, out of 1,000, out of 5 million opinions out there, only one or two or five makes sense or is actually a fact. The rest are just nonsense. Learn to see, pick. I mean, I don't know which part of Nigeria you are. If you live in the northern part of Nigeria, there's no how you could say for us it's a problematic car. Once you see 180,000 kilometers, yet this car is like, go and find out the price of us. If the demand is low because it's problematic, how much do you think for us cost? A clean one, Tokumbo Nigeria use. So, unless maybe you live in northern, southern part of Nigeria or another place. Why, if you live in northern part of Nigeria, I don't think you will make this statement, honestly, that people are saying, because I don't even see anybody that will tell you that over here, when you are seeing the car almost everywhere. If it's so problematic, why are they still having the vehicle? It's supposed to have all broken and packed at the workshop or scrapped. So, I think the summary of the whole thing is, your concern is not about popular opinion, like you pointed it out. Your concern should be about the condition of that car the guy is saying you should bring. That should be your concern. The vehicle they are asking you to trade in. If it's a messed up car, it's pointless. So that's all I'll say. So in other words, find somebody to go there and inspect the vehicle. So if it's bad, walk away. If they messed it up, there's some abuse that you could actually person could look at and say, okay, fine. If abuse this car can be fixed or sorted out with X, Y, and Z amount, are you willing to do that? If you can't afford to spend this amount, then walk away. Continue to use your Honda until you can buy another one, or you get a better deal from another 406 user elsewhere. My point is, just don't go and say because it's 406, so it's not supposed to give you problem. Doesn't matter whether, even if it's 504 that everybody knows, what's it called? Thou shalt not die, as in indestructible. There are some that you buy, as much as they won't give you as the kind of headache modern ones will give to resurrect them. Yeah, but they will cost you so much. Come on, I went to inspect a 505 and I walked away from the day, even though the body was okay and everything. You think 505 will be too troublesome or too will cost fortune to resurrect? No, compared to modern ones, no. But I looked at it, I was like, in as much as yeah, I know it's going to cost me what I don't plan to spend on that kind on right now on that kind of project. So I walked away. I would rather get one that I know, okay, yeah, it's going to cost me. I'll still spend, but not like this, the other one. So that's my point. Every car you're buying, you need to know this is the condition of the car. And I don't expect you see everything that is faulty on that vehicle. It's not possible. But look at the basic ones, or even go beyond the basic, the advanced, and say, okay, this and this and this. Even if there are other hidden ones not yet to be known, yeah, later I can deal with those ones as they come up. But this most important one that will drain you if those things have been messed up or not in good condition, or I don't know. Because for the automatic, yeah, if you go and watch my videos, you understand that if you want to run a 406 automatic transmission, you need to be willing to be spending a little bit more to keep the transmission in good condition compared to a manual 406 user. That's just the only difference. If you are buying a Nigerian used one, expect that most likely the transmission has been abused with wrong ATM. So it might start giving you problem after purchase. In that case, if either you at some point you may have to repair the transmission or replace it and then start using the recommended or good alternative ATM for the transmission for it to serve you very well. Like I said, it's going to cost the ownership cost will be a little bit higher than the manual 406 user. That's all. That's the only thing I will say about 406 with automatic transmission. So if you're not ready to do that, if you want to use the same amount of maintenance cost for 406 manual user to use on your 406 automatic, then don't bother to buy because you will come back and start complaining. You're not the first person and I won't be the last. So just being straight and direct. I don't need to sugarcoat us so that need to know if something you can deal with or not. So like I said, check people who has been successful in owning 406. Check their mileages on their car and then compare with the stupid public opinion concerning 180,000 kilometers. It will be a bad buy for the 406. Like I said, there are cars you could say about Peugeot cars. Some model of Peugeot you could say, I was like, okay, yeah, you have a point. 406. Okay, so I think that's all. So